ROT. Huh?
What's up, guys? Jason here, Aspiring Entrepreneur, and welcome to episode 34 of Building an Online Business from Scratch, where I'm showing you everything I'm doing to put together an online webinar sales funnel. And today we are talking about Facebook advertising, specifically how to write your ad using the ROT formula. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go quick overview of what the ROT formula is, and then I'll show you some live examples of how to apply it for whatever product or service or action you're trying to get your potential customers or prospects to take on your site. So what is the ROT formula? It stands for results, objections, and time. And so this is just one of many copywriting formulas you can use. So let's go through each one of them. Result, number one, what does your user get to do, or what do they get out of it? It's good to think of this as a benefit if you want to interchange them. Anyway, there are differences between benefits and results, but for simplicity's sake, let's just think of it as a benefit as opposed to a feature. So for example, if you're talking about an SEO ebook, right? You say, download this SEO ebook. Well, why? What do I get out of it? You answer the question, what's the result? What do I get? Well, you get more traffic. Okay, well, that's great. What kind of more traffic? Get free traffic to your site in the next, and then fill in the time. So that'll be the next one. So anyway, that's a quick example of results. And then we have objections. So what would be an objection to someone reading the ebook? So it would be, even if you don't know how to code with WordPress, you've never done SEO before, you don't know what link building is, or you don't have a big budget, or you just launched your site. So now we have result and we have handling objections. So download this free SEO ebook so you can get loads of free traffic to your website, even if you have no idea to code, you just launched your website 2 minutes ago, you have no money for advertising, or you don't know what backlinking is, or something like that. So those are all objections someone might have to using the SEO ebook. And then finally we have time. How long is it going to take? So it would be in the next 30 days, next 90 days, in 2 years, or it could be the other way around, doing something in less than 10 minutes, or learn how to do SEO in less than 5 minutes, something like that, even if you've never touched a computer before. Now that's kind of a silly example, but it has all of those elements in there. And so it's really great to list out what are all the results, what are all the objections, and then how quickly can someone do this, how quickly can they see results. So with time, you can go either how quickly are they going to see results, or how fast can they do it. And then you can take those time frames and kind of play around with them with the objections and the results. So you definitely want to spend a good 30 or 40 minutes just trying to make an exhaustive list of everything. And then that way you have results, you have objections, you have time frames, and then when you're split testing your ad copy, you can easily go back to that list and just kind of Lego piece them together, if you will, as opposed to trying to come up with a new result or a new objection each time. Just give yourself 30 or 40 minutes to really just deep concentrate, focus on this, have a nice long list, and then that way you can easily split test in the future. So enough out of me, enough talking about the formula. Let's go ahead and look at some actual ad examples.
So our first example comes from Digital Marketer. So you'll see the ad over here on the left, and then the kind of breakdown, result, objections, time. So in this particular ad, what stands out as the result is standout in the inbox, more sales, and more opens, more clicks. Now I bolded more sales because what's important to note is standing out in the inbox and opens and clicks, yes, they're results, but they're stepping stones to the real result that people want, which is more sales. So more sales is going to be the main result here. And so I just wanted to highlight that for you and show you that there can be multiple results, but you really want to pick out what's the one result that they really, really care about. You can mention other results that help get them there, but more sales is what people care about. So next we have objections. So the objections, we have send fewer emails and 7-step formula. So the two big objections here is, how do you stand out in the inbox? Well, I don't want to write a bunch of emails trying to stand out. So they immediately curb that objection by saying, send fewer emails, as opposed to, hey, just send more emails and you'll get more opens and clicks. Well, duh, because if you send more, you'll get more. But this is saying, hey, you're actually going to have to do less work. So that's kind of the objection there. And then the next objection is, well, I don't really know how, is a really general one of, well, I don't know how to do this. Like this whole email marketing thing just doesn't make sense to me at all. Like it just doesn't work. All right, well, handling that objection right there, we're saying 7-step formula. So all of a sudden it's like, okay, 7-step formula, there's 7 steps. And it's very important that it doesn't just say email marketing formula or quick or easy marketing formula. It gives a number, and that number is really important. And time, now time isn't specifically addressed right here in this particular ad, like I was saying earlier in the video with giving examples. So time isn't explicitly stated, but it's implicitly communicated, and it's communicated through sending fewer emails, which is also an objection, which is I don't want to spend more time on this. And so by saying send fewer emails, it's letting them know that they're not going to have to spend hours and hours writing emails. Now, it is a bit of a stretch, but I just wanted to point out that that time element is there. So even if you're not necessarily, explicitly saying it's X amount of hours or X amount of days, it's important that one of the elements of your ad at least alludes to this is going to take less time or more time depending on what's most important. So next we have another digital marketer ad. Most of these are digital marketer ads because I know it's hard to know if things are working with other companies or other Facebook ads from just clipping their ads. So I know digital marketer is nice and solid. So in this ad, the result is high converting campaigns. That's what this Facebook ad template library is for. So the objections, 7 proven is saying, will it work? I don't know. Maybe you just picked a bunch of random things and you're saying these are going to work. So 7 proven saying, hey, these are something that have been tested. And then, okay, next objection, I don't have a big marketing budget. How am I going to do this with such a small marketing budget? So then it handles the objection with low cost. So saying 7 proven, low cost. And then finally, we have time. Again, time's not explicitly stated here, but it's letting the viewer know that it's not going to take a long time because they're fill in the blank templates. So instead of saying 5-minute, Facebook formula, it's saying fill in the blank template, ergo communicating that, hey, this isn't going to take a tremendous amount of time because all you're doing is filling in the blanks. Now, next we have one that actually does give everything explicitly. Like this is just the ROTC formula, ROT, just T, no C, ROT formula to the letter here. So what's the result? 100K client business. The objection, it might be complicated. They're saying, hey, one simple funnel and you're done. So this isn't some complex thing and it's not going to be hard to set up. So that's they're handling the objection of it's, oh, I'm not going to be able to do this. And then time, they say it'll take 21 days. Super straightforward, and I'm 95% confident that this ad is working for them because they continue to run it. They actually have been keeping the same ad text for almost 3.5 months now. They just keep swapping out the image to keep that relevancy score nice and healthy. And then finally, we have, yes, another digital marketer example. So in this particular one, it's the 60-second blog plan. So I think time is going to be pretty easy, but let's go over the result. So the result, not the strongest here, but it's a plan, right? The result is a plan. So the objections, I don't have a plan. Creating a strategy is complicated. So they're targeting a very, very specific person. This ad is targeting someone who wants to start a blog and just is overwhelmed by the prospect of just getting started, right? So that's who they're targeting with this. And so the result is, hey, here's how to make a plan. By the way, this plan is really simple and it's fill in the blank and it's only going to take you 60 seconds. And so it really, really curbs everything in this ad is designed to curb the objection of it's too complicated, it's going to take too long, I'm overwhelmed. So it's just kind of removing all of those overwhelm type objections with each part of the ROT formula.
Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video informative and actionable. If you got some value out of it, go ahead and hit that like button and then subscribe for more business building tactics and strategies just like the ones covered in this video. Over on my YouTube channel, I'm going from A to Z and everything in between on how to put together an online webinar sales funnel and almost any sales funnel for that matter. But right now I'm focusing on an online webinar sales funnel, and you can use it to sell, an info product, your coaching or consulting, and you can even use webinars to sell physical products as well. Of course, that depends on your physical product and how much education is needed. But I'm digressing here. So make sure if you're building a business, if you're an entrepreneur trying to figure out this whole digital marketing thing, I really encourage you to come join me on my journey and join the growing community there. And we're all just figuring this out together. Like, no one has all the answers. And if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comment section below. I read every single one and I answer every single one, even if it's super broad, it could be super detailed just to your website. If you want to give me links to things to look at, I'd love to check them out and even do some videos for you, because we're all going to learn from each other's questions. So until the next video, keep building the business you love. Take care.